So my name's James Henshaw and I am a classical music and opera conductor. Age 16 I knew I wanted to work in music. There's a lot of time that it takes before these things happen. There's a lot of difficult, long periods of unemployment, long periods of training, lots of money, lots of time doing jobs you don't want to do until eventually you get the job that you want. Most people in the UK, even the most successful opera singers that we have, will be working a lot in Europe. That's the only way to make it work. So it's kind of just like just-in-time manufacturing. This industry relies on, this person is sick, we need someone who can do this piece now, can you come tomorrow? The British people are no longer in contention for those jobs. If you think about life from the perspective of someone who might offer you a job and they've got 20 candidates, all equally viable, equally possible for the job, and then you just add in a visa, unless you are someone they really, really, really want, you're out of the picture. I think the hardest thing for most people is the fact that there are so many unknowns. So if you get a job here and you have to, in order to go and do that job, you need this bit of paper, this bit of paper, this bit of paper. You might think to yourself, okay, well, that's just some pieces of paper. How hard can it be? But the thing is, these things take, these contract periods are time sensitive. You have no control over when you're going to get the answers you need. You have no control over how expensive it's going to be. I mean, some of the things you have to go through to get the right piece of paper, to get the stamp here, it's thousands and thousands of pounds. It's going to an embassy at 6 in the morning and waiting all day. And even when you do that, then you have no guarantee that you're going to get the pieces of paper that you need to actually make it all work. And so for me, it became a complete necessity in 2020 to choose between the UK market or the whole of the rest of Europe market. So I packed all my stuff in a car on the 7th of December and I drove to Calais, and then I drove overnight to Berlin and I got myself an apartment, even though I had no prospects and no job, but I knew that it was better to be there than here. I've had to give up the country I live in. I know this sounds overdramatic and I don't want to insult the people who've gone through much greater hardships, but you do feel a little bit like a political refugee, like you had to choose between your job or your country. And it was not possible, certainly for me, for some people it would have been, but for most people it was not possible to pursue a career based in the UK